Chris Morin with HVAC Pro Blog, and this week I want to talk about the carrying costs of residential HVAC inventory. Without further ado, here's a training. All right, since supply chain issues have rocked every aspect of the economy in the last few years, and the latest concerns with A2L refrigerant changeovers, I've heard some residential contractors considering stocking high turnover equipment when they can put their hands on some. This can be a great way to ensure the peaks and valleys of supplies from manufacturers can be smoother the rest of the year, but only if done correctly. Over the last 20 years, companies like Amazon have changed the mindset of consumers and contractors alike to expect everything needed either to be in stock or available in just a couple days. What we found since 2022 is that the mentality is just no longer realistic. A truly global economy with building materials and service trades has found companies waiting months for repair parts, maybe condensers or even R8 flex ducts. When done correctly, inventory management for everything from installation materials, service parts, and even large ticket items like furnaces or condensers can be why large companies either succeed or grow during hard times or lay off workers and close the doors. Seasonal demands and safety stock are the two most important reasons to start inventorying equipment as a contractor. What I'm about to have you consider is not for everyone, as there's a lot of risk in tying up capital with inventory. In fact, inventory carrying costs should only range between 20 to 30% of the actual cost of the supplies. I'm going to break down how to calculate this number. Of course, the lower the percentage, the healthier the inventory and your position. So inventory costs equal the cost of storage divided by your total annual inventory value times the constant of 100. The total annual inventory value is quite simple to arrive at. This is just the total inventory, the retail sell price of the equipment you have on hand throughout the year. Of course, if the systems are being delivered directly to the job, ordered specifically for that location, then this does not count in your total. Only inventory that's ordered for stocking purposes will be included. Facility, labor, transportation, handling, insurance, taxes, replacement costs for damages, and depreciation all roll into your costs of storage. Keep in mind that the more often you can turn over your inventory, the less area the higher volume of units will take up, and the lower the inventory carrying cost ratio would be. On average, across most industries, the cost is about $6.50 per square foot that the equipment is stored. But this can vary greatly based on your own circumstances and why stocking higher ticket items isn't necessarily a bad thing. There are a lot of ways to mess up carrying inventory. And the first is basing your buying decisions on gut feelings or reactions to a specific market. You should always make these decisions on real data and a sales plan that should be modified with changes in your market. This requires you and your team to be current with industry and local market trends, like strategic electrification in the Northeast and the exploding demand for heat pumps. In other words, I would probably not recommend stocking lots of cast iron steam boilers using propane or oil. Opportunity cost is another factor to consider. If you tie up too much capital in inventory, then you're unable to invest in other important things like technician wages or new vans, updating communication with phone lines or internet service, you name it. This cost can actually create cash flow problems as well for smaller, debt-heavy companies that will start to add financing charges to their billing from distributors. If you do start to take on your inventory, you may want to consider negotiating better terms to be sure you're not hit with financing charges that could cripple your growth. Given the high demand for items you likely want to stock, don't be surprised if your distributor declines this request right now. Although inventory has become such a bad word in the residential HVAC industry over the last couple decades, this may be your way out of the current supply issue by the end of next year. Those that put themselves in a position to succeed will have every opportunity to do so until high demand and supply chain issues work themselves out. Thanks for joining me this week at HVAC Pro Blog, where we provide advice for residential system design, quality installation, and system diagnosis. I'll see you soon.